Hey everyone, this is a season of Coke Studio. So, Coke Studio from different regions have been dropping tracks. Coke Studio Bangla is going on, Coke Studio Bharath has been releasing a couple of tracks. Coke Studio Tamil has dropped a track a month ago. And as always, Hamad was the one who discovered it. You know, he discovers these hidden gems. I would be interested to know how you came across it, but without further delay, let's
I'm
listen
excited
to it
about
and
it.
then talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Coke Studio Tamil. Subscribe now.
I'm very intrigued by the arrangement of this particular track. Arivu and Khatija Rahman. Ooh.
As soon as the guitar kicks in,
And this riffs sounds so good with the traditional drums.
yes,
This very woody sound.
மலையும் மணலும் சகவாசி அலையும் கடலும் சகவாசி விதையும் மரமும் சகவாசி எல்லாம் சகவாசி மலையும் மணலும் சகவாசி அலையும் கடலும் சகவாசி விதையும் மரமும் சகவாசி எல்லாம் சகவாசி
the percussions in this particular track are brilliant.
I love how simple things
Yes.
are in this particular, So other Coke studios have been yassified, very commercialized.
Sagavaasi சமுத்திரத்தில் பாசி சரித்திரத்தின் பக்கங்கள் புரட்டி கொஞ்சம் யோசிப்பாக்குள்ள கூழாங்கல் அதுக்குள்ள வாசி நாட்டுக்குள்ள பேர் மட்டும் வைத்துக்கொள்ள நேற்றுக்கும் நாளைக்கும்
Notice the bass.
ஒட்டுக்கும் எட்டுக்கும் இடையே தாயகம் இங்க கடிகார கடிவாளம் கண்ட அதிகார பரிவாரம் சுற்ற கடியாத தகராறும் உச்ச விளையாடும் தெருவோரம் பச்ச நீராடி தீயாடி நித்தம் ஓடோடும் பூமி தானாக தத்தம் போராடி தீடி தூவான தும்பிக்கை பாரெங்கும் வேடிக்கை யாராலே பந்தாட கூடும் நட்சத்திரத்தை
All right, well done. She sounds like a quail, cuckoo bird. All right, the build up.
That's the whole point of this particular song, right?
மலையும் மணலும் சகவாசி அலையும் கடலும் சகவாசி விதையும் மரமும் சகவாசி எல்லாம்
Oh my
சகவாசி
god.
மலையும்
The way she said yallam.
சகவாசி அலையும் கடலும் சகவாசி விதையும் மரமும் சகவாசி எல்லாம் சகவாசி
I love the energy of this guy.
Completely feeling it. He's completely it.
He is completely into it.
I absolutely love the wardrobe. Very simple, very down to earth.
Yes.
நடக்கும் பொடி நடைக்கும் பறையடிக்கும் அருவி வலை விரித்த வேடனுக்கும் விசிலடிக்கும் குருவி
The bass is killing it.
நனையாமல் புறையாடும் நத்தை கரையானில் குடியேறும் பாம்பு கிரையாகும் எலியாகும் பச்சை வயலெங்கும் வரிகள் மண் வாசத்தில் துளிகள் கண்ணில் தெரியாத புரியாத கோடி அறியாத உரையாடல்கள் மிருகத்தில் மனித தன்மை மனிதத்தில் மிருகம் உண்மை மத்தவனுக்கு முத்தவனாகும் யுத்தத்தில் கரையேற தடுமாறும் பயணத்தில் முற்றும் முழுதாக கரைய செவியடைச்சிடும் இடியென இடை மறுத்திடும் கடமைகள் மழை எழுப்பிடும் ஒளியினில் பிழை திருத்திடும் பிளவுகள் இமை நிரப்பிடும் கனவுகள் அதை துரத்திடும் இரவுகள்
Just look at him.
I'm gonna start doing that. Man, I'm loving the bass. I absolutely love bass anyways.
காக்கைக்கும் தன் குஞ்சு பொன் குஞ்சு வன்மங்கள் இல்லாத ஓர் நெஞ்சு
right?
கொண்டாட மறந்து திண்டாட அன்னாட மல்லாடும் உலகு தள்ளாட கலைஞர் உள்ளார எழுது புண்டாக ஏய் எனது உனது வியப்பை நமது கரங்கள் இணைத்து கொன்றாக திக்கெட்டும் பறவை சத்தம் கண்டங்கள் கரையும் நித்தம் வர்ணங்கள் இணையும் ரத்தம் ஒன்றாகும் உலகம் மொத்தம் திக்கெட்டும் பறவை சத்தம் கண்டங்கள் கரையும் நித்தம் வர்ணங்கள் இணையும்
I love his intensity, even in the vocals.
தாண்டும் ஒரு மேகம் வாசல் தாண்டி வெறும் வானம் நேசம் தாங்கும் சிறு பூவும் பாசம் ஊற பகையாரும் மலையும் மலரும் சகவாசி அலையும் கடலும் சகவாசி விதையும் மரமும் சகவாசி எல்லாம் சகவாசி மலையும் மணலும் சகவாசி அலையும் கடலும் சகவாசி
He is in his own element.
மரமும் சகவாசி எல்லாம் சகவாசி
Exceptional performer.
சகவாசி எல்லாம் சகவாசி எல்லாம் சகவாசி எல்லாம் சகவாசி எல்லாம் சகவாசி எல்லாம் சகவாசி எல்லாம்
The bass again, the
Yes.
bass.
எல்லாம் சகவாசி எல்லாம்
What a beautiful track this is. Every time I listen to it, every single time, every single time.
All right. So the folks, the, a very quick disclaimer for the folks who might be listening to us for the first time. We don't really watch a song like for the first time while we're recording. No, we don't do that. We have heard it, and the point of this video is we love it and we want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, both of us love a song, and both of us want to talk about it not only between us but with all of you, right?
That's all.
All right. Okay. How did you fall upon this one, and what were your first thoughts?
Okay, so first of all, as you mentioned, we are not reaction channel per se. We listen to it. We do not even review it. We do not consider ourselves to be qualified enough to dissect the track properly.
Absolutely.
We just listen and enjoy with you all, and yeah, together with all of you. So how I landed this particular track, there is actually a channel called Sangeet Artist. He's one of the Indian folks who literally does review of tracks. I love his channel. I love his content. What he does is that he does not do reaction videos. He does review, but he just tries to dissect the tracks from his own knowledge. He has learned music and he tries to create covers as well. So he was basically discussing about Coke Studio Pakistan. Then he went upon to talk about Coke Studio India in his recent video, Coke Studio Bharath. And there he mentioned that Coke Studio Tamil released first track. And he literally just played 5 or 10 seconds of this particular track in his own video. And I was sold. I was completely sold. Not because of the music, first of all, because he just discussed about the rap part of that track. And he just displayed the subtitles of those rap part, and I instantly saw the message and I saw, okay, this is the track that we should listen to. Yeah, so this is how I landed.
Actually, when Hamad shared this link with me, that you know what, you should listen to this track. The thing he usually, when we share music with each other, generally what we talk about, you know, how amazing the song is, how beautiful, you know, the melody, you know, the composition, the instruments, the arrangement, all. He told me, look at the message.
Yep.
Focus on the lyrics. And that also caught my attention, right? So we are going to talk about lyrics in a bit, but I first of all want to talk about the arrangement. right? So arrangement first, then the main two performers, Arivu and Khatija Rahman, and then we talk about the lyrics. Now, arrangement, instrument wise, what I absolutely love with these, Coke Studio elsewhere has become very commercial, right? So this is the kind of Coke Studio we remember from early 2004 2005 when the Coke Studio season 1 season 2 dropped in Pakistan. It was like this, right? Very down to earth, very easygoing, very rooted in the culture. Rooted in so if you look at the folks with the drums, they are wearing traditional clothing, some of them wearing a bit of Western clothing, t-shirt and jeans. Arivo is wearing a jacket and pants. Khatija is wearing this brilliant, elegant dress, very beautiful, right? So this fusion, Coke Studio is all about fusion, right? Western and Eastern, and from the main performers, you can see the fusion, you can get the fusion. But on the other hand, the other things are that because other platforms have become so commercial, they have also become very yassified. If you're aware of that term, very very polished, too polished, which is not a bad thing. Which is not a bad thing at all, right? But when I see this, it just takes me down the nostalgia memory lane. The early Coke Studio that we grew up loving, absolutely adoring. So that's something that stood out, and I loved it. Even the background vocals, the sopranos and all, they were not in a designer wardrobe, which was nice for a change.
Yeah.
Very nice, right? Now the musical arrangement, the starting riffs and all, super nice riffs combined with the traditional drums and this tabla and dholki and all, a very woody, very wooden sound, which was a nice change. We don't usually come across this very often because we don't really listen to a lot of South Indian music. We hope this changes with this, right? I hope that this becomes a gateway. But anyways, the drums and all was super nice. But what I absolutely love was the bass. The bass, this kind of bass again. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, all the music instruments, all the music goes through computers these days, right? And where it is processed and then added, more processing, adding layers on top of layers, adding distortions and adding all those effects, and how it goes, which changes the whole persona. Now here the bass itself came out very raw. The bass we remember from older times. Nowadays, this electronic synthetic bass has come on the forefront, which I absolutely love. As a bass fan. But this one, which it was completely raw, completely taken from the older time, didn't feel over processed.
Absolutely.
Which was nice for a change, right?
Yep, absolutely. So what you put across a very beautiful point, actually, talking about the attire and the costume of the people, and it's really interesting point. I tell you why, because I hadn't thought about this this way before. This song is literally about coexistence, right? And the costumes of each and every house band member, including the vocalist, they were poles apart. They were different in their own unique way, but they coexisted. So let's just take this particular thing out. But after listening to this particular track, the first thing that came into my mind is that this is what Coke Studio stands for, right? The music takes the center stage, the message takes the center stage, the art itself takes the center stage. So it's you talked about commercial. It's never about commercial stuff that we crave for usually when we think about Coke Studio or such platforms, and it's always about creating a space for art, and in process it becomes so big that that you can't just help but appreciate everything about it. And we are having this conversation. I think we were having this conversation a few days ago when we were discussing one of the Coke Studio Bharath track related to Holi. I forget the track name.
Holy.
And I completely agree with you that that song grows on with you with the passage of time. But certain elements in that particular track felt forced to me, but that's just my personal taste. But here, this track has really powerful poetry and message in the rap part as well. This is what Coke Studio is about, and that's why you, as you mentioned, you were
Absolutely.
taken back to the nostalgia trip. It's because the art took the center stage in this particular track, and I was also reminded about the earlier days of Coke Studio Bangla. Sorry, Coke Studio Pakistan, and now even Coke Studio Bangla as well.
One, I mean, you mentioned a very good point that Coke Studio is all about the art and the message
Yeah.
itself, but also Coke Studio was and still is, but previously it was all about unleashing the artist. Now, here, if you see Arivu, he has been completely unleashed
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the stage, right? It is about giving the stage to the artist to perform their soul out, and this is
Correct.
what Arivu did. I mean, we were just awestruck by his energy, by his performance, by how into
Yeah.
it he was. Right? He completely embraced, embodied
Yeah.
the music, right? The performance. So, which is what Coke Studio was all about, right? So was fire on the stage, absolute lit.
Yeah.
On the other hand,
Yep.
Khatija Rahman was the cool and calming
Calm.
mist and rain, right? That they calmed the after the wildfire. She comes in, she sweeps in, and puts everything down, right?
Talk about
Now
coexistence.
Khatija Rahman, talk about coexistence, how fire and water mixes, right?
Yeah.
This yin and yang.
Yeah.
Now, Khatija Rahman, I mean, the first time I heard it, I was awestruck by her voice. I mean, she is the daughter of A. Rahman, but on her own, I mean, brilliant performance, but, huge but. I, of course, went searching after I heard Khatija Rahman, and I found her own channel on YouTube, and then I heard a track called Farishta on her channel,
Okay.
and man, oh my God! In that particular track, her voice is completely heavenly. The way she has sung that particular track, which is not a traditional song, it's we would probably watch it together someday, Farishta. But in there, she has brought out a, a an angle of her, a perspective of her, which is actually, my mind was blown.
Okay.
I,
Interesting.
I mean, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. Uh, Go listen to this track, Farishta, on her channel. My mind was blown. And then I came back to this track and then I heard it. She went deeper in her voice. So that's also credit to her skill. She went deeper in places with her voice, which was contrasting, but also done in a manner that was still very soothing, very mellow, very very melodic, very beautiful. Right, her voice. I mean, it stood out.
Yeah. Interesting. I did not know that she has a channel of her own, but would definitely go and check out the track Parishta now that you have mentioned. Um,
I just shared the link with you.
good job. I will. Right after this video, I would have to
Yeah,
listen to
you
it.
should do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Uh,
Absolutely.
Talking about the arrangement of this particular track, so the musical, since the song itself is about nature or the inhabitants of the nature itself, the musical arrangement felt like it was talking about the nature as well. You mentioned the woody sound and how fitting it was to
Absolutely.
use the local instruments. So the use of local instruments. There are a couple of instruments which I wasn't aware of. One of them is Urumi, and the other one is Parai, the one like Duff. They are playing it. But the use of local instruments created that rustic feeling of nature and the rural areas that we have. And along with the modern instruments,
Absolutely.
yeah, along with the modern instrument itself, the initial sound that the chanting that they were doing, it was kind of a mimicry of bird as well, right? So, I mean, it's a very well thought of track in terms of lyrics as well as in terms of
Very.
arrangement. Beautifully done, beautifully done. And when we talk
It
about, yeah, go ahead.
it does capture that feel, right? So it
Yeah.
says that this track is an ode to nature and a celebration of the bond we as humans share with the environment. So you did notice exactly what they were trying to do. The sound they created, it had this element of living near woods, near a
Exactly.
stream, near nature. So absolutely, you're on point.
Yeah. And now that I think of, since the first track of this Coke Studio Tamil is about coexistence, it means that they are going to come up with pretty creative stuff in future as well. I'm pretty confident about it. I don't know their schedule. They released this particular track 1 month ago, so I'm not sure when they are gonna release the next one, but I'm eagerly waiting for it, by all means.
Absolutely, same for me. I mean, we enjoy music, but what we enjoy more is music with purpose, right? So they wanted to convey their values. South Indians, Tamil, right? I mean, South India is very rich with nature, right? And I mean, when you create art that represents your values, it just shows that how valuable these things are to you as a community, as a nation, right? And
Absolutely.
if these are your values, we can, I mean, we are totally behind it, right? If this is the message, absolutely all in. And this is what we also enjoy more. So music with purpose, it had value, it had that that zeal that enhances the experience. So I mean, brilliant start.
Absolutely. Just last thing that I want to mention, there is um, a name mentioned in the description, then that's of as a voiceover artist, and the name is Armeen Musa. We actually covered Coke Studio Bangla
Yes,
when we did Leela Bali, I think, or Hey Samano, I'm not remembering, but she was one of the vocalists of the tracks. And someone mentioned in the comment that she is one of the disciples of A.R. Rahman. So she admires A.R. Rahman. She is a student of A.R. Rahman as well, as far as I recall. So no wonder we are seeing her name here. Probably we might see her singing a song in Coke Studio Tamil. Who knows?
hopefully.
Hopefully. But
Hopefully.
yeah,
I also wanna add quickly that this is our beginning or a very initial. So we have heard South Indian stuff, Tamil. We have seen Tamil movies. We have seen the songs, heard the songs, but we haven't been into Tamil music itself. So I
correct.
wanna I wanna ask whoever is watching from that region, please suggest us local bands, not the
Good point.
mainstream stuff. Local bands, rock bands, rock stuff, progressive rock, traditional folk stuff, right? Please suggest us. I mean, the movies, the cinema scene is out there. I'm asking you for what is not out there.
Correct.
Please share with us.
Really good point. Really important point. We are craving for such stuff always. So good that you mentioned it. And anyways, a great start by Coke Studio Tamil. Very strong start. And hopefully, when they release another track in future, we'll listen to it. But until then, we're gonna just say bye for now and take care of yourself. We'll catch up on the next one. Bye.
Absolutely.